Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about AWS. So this is AWS console where you will get your name and all other information regarding your account. And this is the region. By default, my region is North Virginia. Whatever region you want, you can go for that. So I will choose Asia Pacific Mumbai. Now, whatever resources I will use will be in my Mumbai region only. You can also click here to get all the services details. All these services are grouped according to their usage, like EC2, which comes under compute, your batch, Lambda, EC2 image builder, and all. In the same way, we are having S3, EFS, S3 Glacier, which is a part of your storage. So all these services are there in. If you want, you can also see all the services according to the alphabetic order, like from A to Z. So these are the services. Let's go for the group by which one, which is a good way. Now I just want to go for the EC2 machine. I want to create a machine. So EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. That's why it is known as EC2. Okay, we can say EC2 machine or instance. Both are the same thing. Now, when I click here, like the resources, you can check here like this is your running instance. If you have a machine and it is running, you will be able to see the number of all that instance or the machines, dedicated host, volume. So whenever you create a instance, automatically one volume will be created here, and the key pair. So it is a mechanism to do this authentication authorization. So we have to go for key. Okay, we will download a key and then we will use that key to connect with the instance. We will see how to do that. Okay, elastic IP, snapshot, load balancer, security. So these are all other resources about which we are going to talk later in this series. From here also you can click and you can launch the instance. So as of now, I'll go here, this running instance. You can go from anywhere, there are so many ways. Now, if you pay attention to the left side here, you will have information about your dashboard for EC2, all the different instance tag, reports, limit, and this is the place where we are very much interested, like instance. So all types of instance. What are the different types of instance? Okay, what are the instance you are having? This is what are the types of the instance. Launch template is spot request, saving plan, reserve instance, dedicated host capacity. All these are related with the instance, and in the same way there are some other things like image. Okay, your elastic block store, network security. So this is the one of the major area where you have to pay attention, and this is generally you are going to use. Now what I'll do, I'll just go for this launch instant. From here also I can launch. If I'll look here, I will be able to see uh, I can take the action. So actually we don't have any instance, so we cannot do anything here at all. But okay, so let's start. I'm launching this instance. Now, you will have the choice. It will ask what type of instance you want. Do you want Amazon Linux 2 or this Amazon Linux AMI? You want to go for Red Hat? You want to go for SUSE, Ubuntu, your Windows machine? All that information is given here. Which type of AMI? So this is known as AMI, Amazon Machine Image. First step is you have to choose that AMI. Second, you will go for the instance type. Then you will configure the instance, add storage. Okay, if you want you can use the tags, and then you have to go for the security group, and finally you will be able to create this machine. uh, for the free tier, if you'll click here, you will be able to see all the machines which comes under the free tier, means which will once you will have this machine, there will be no charge for this machine. But there is some limitation, like you can only use one machine for like total of 750 hours. You cannot go more than that, and these machines are very small machines, like the resources are very less. So I'll do one thing. First I will create a window machine for you, and then I'll create a Linux based machine for you also. So I'll go with the any of the machine I can take. So suppose if I want to go, I will select this one. Okay, this is my window machine. Now I am here at the step number 2. So this is all about the families. What is a family? You can see here like general purpose. What is the main use of this general purpose? So you can read here, general purpose instance provide a balance of compute, memory, and network resource, and are good choice for many applications. Okay. uh, Now if you click here, you will be able to see the different types. Like for general purpose, you want to do some compute optimize, you can go for that type of instance. Some graphics related things, so obviously you need GPU, you can go for the GGP instance. Here you will get instance which are having the memory optimized and storage optimized. So these are the different types of instance. Whatever is your requirement, based on that you have to select the instance. And then we are having all the generation information. So if you will pay attention here, these are the columns like family, their type, okay. Then how many CPU, virtual CPU, so it is known as vCPU. Then we are having the memory. You can see here the memory start from like 1 GB to uh, too much memory like 256. So based on the type you will get the memory like 244. As you go it will increase, and you can even get more memory. Okay. So now instance storage, EBS, network performance, IP. Yeah, about this all we will talk in subsequent chapters. But yes, there is one good thing which you have to remember, like IPv6. Amazon support IPv4 and IPv6 also. Now for my uh, for this practical, I will go for my general purpose machine. Okay, I'll go for the general purpose machine, and by default it will be selected this one, T2 micro. The type is T2 micro, and this is free tier eligible. You can choose anyone, but yes, you have to pay for that. So we are just doing practical, this is enough for us, which will have one CPU, one vCPU, where the memory will be 1 GB, and all other detail about which we will discuss. So for first of all, very simple thing, which type of EMI you want to choose, and then okay, you can also directly review and launch. So for all this step number 3, 4, 5, 6, by default configuration, whatever default configuration will be applied. But I want to go for the next step. I want to do the configuration for my instance. Let's have a look here. So number of instance, if you want more than one instance, just write like, if I'll say 10 instance, so the 10, I will have 10 same instance, all of them will up and running. Just one configuration setting I have to change here. Okay, so there are so many options about which we are going to learn one by one. But yes, this is one thing which you have to remember, like VPC stand for virtual private cloud. So by default it will be selected, the default VPC will be selected. If you want to use your VPC which you have created, you can go for that. But yes, now as of now I want to go for the default one. And in the VPC, even you can select in which availability zone you want your instance. So like we are in Mumbai. So in Mumbai we are having three availability zones, so you can choose any one, or by default AWS will choose for you. So fine. Okay, 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 next, just directly go, we don't need anything else. Yeah, if you want to add any um storage, okay, you can go for that. Like here if you click in storage, and then you will have the types of storage is EBS. Okay, this is your device. Okay, I don't have any, okay, I don't want to go for the snapshot. How much GB you want for that is uh different storage. Like I'm having a C drive. Okay, when I create an instance, suppose I'm having a C drive, so I want to add a D drive, E drive also. So if I want a D drive which is of my 100 GB, I can add from here. So okay, so as of now we don't want anything, but yes, this is one thing which you should know. And the tag, see what happened generally, if I want to know about my resources, what are the resources which are used, I can give the tag to them. Like if I say name equals to window machine, so all the window machine where name as window will be, come as a report. I will be able to see, okay, what are the different instances where I'm having uh, the window as the name, or okay, or based on your requirement you can give the key value pair. Like suppose if I'll say uh, date, okay, and I can give the dates, like it is this machine I created in May 20. which you have created in May 2020, you want to see their information. So you can use tag like you can write a query like where date equals to May 2020, and all the resources which are having the tag in the date key, the value is May 2020, you will be able to get all that resources information. So it's just for getting all the reports. Tagging will make it very easy. Okay, then you have to go for the security group. Remember one thing. So whenever we create a instance, by default a new security group will be created. If you are having earlier you are having a security group, you can go for that security group. So as of now I just want to create a new security group. So here I can give the name of my security group as and I'm giving it the name as one, and you can give the description. Now here there are some rules which you have to add by default. I'm having this RDP because this is my window machine. So if I want to connect with this window machine, I want RDP remote. With the help of remote desktop I will be able to connect. So this is the type. There are so many different types, like which port you want to open for which protocol, that you will define here. So one is RDP. I can add like, okay, in this machine I want to do a TCP, or I want to go for HTTP. Okay, so the protocol will come here, and what port will be open, you can see the information. Like for HTTP we need port number 80, so it will be open. And then from where the traffic will come, you can decide. So 0.0.0.0/0 means from the internet, from anywhere, uh, a user will be able to do RDP. So I'm not giving any constraint, but yes, if you will go here and if you will click on anywhere or my IP, you can see the changes. If I'll go with the my IP, it will take my IP, this current system's IP. Or you can also say from anywhere. So when you say anywhere and when you say custom, okay, so anywhere from internet and then custom a particular CIDR or IP address or a security group, you can give that IP address also. So as of now I will go with the 0.0. That is my internet. So from internet I want uh, RDP. I can do, and any description you want you can give the description. Here you will it will give you the warning when you will go for 0.0.0/0 means from internet. Allow all IP address to access your instance, means from the world, in this world, from any computer I will be able to, that system will able to RDP my instance. So I'm okay with it now. Review. It will give you all the information. Okay, what is your AMI, your Amazon machine image? This is the image from which you are creating the instance, right? And then this is all information. Okay, this is T2 micro, then how many ECU, vCPU, the memory is only 1 GB. Here the instance storage, okay, is in EBS only. Security group, which security? So this is my security group. And what are the protocols? So this is the protocol. These are the different protocol. HTTP, RDP we have done. You can also check instant this details, and all other information will be there regarding storage. So no, I don't have any storage, only the root type where my um this one operating system will be stored. Okay, so and the tags, these other tags what I just put. Now just click on launch, and then it will ask for the options, like you want to choose the existing key pair, or you want to create, or without key pair you want. So this option, if you go for the without key, there will be no key, but you will not be able to connect. So that is one difficulty if you want to do RDP, because to do RDP obviously we need the IP addresses. So I'll go with the create new pair, and I will create a new pair. So this key pair I will give name as window. Okay, this is my window key, so I can give it name as window underscore key, and then you have to download it and save somewhere. So it will be downloaded, save somewhere. And remember, you should not remove it or delete it. Okay, don't change anything from this key. So this is my key which is now downloaded. I can save it. So I'm saving here on my desktop only, that's fine. Add. Now just launch the instance. It will take around 4 to 5 minutes. You can see the current status. So when I click on that link, now it is showing me. I can close this one and I will be able to see, oh, the name is window one, what I give instance. So instance ID will be given or will be provided from the Amazon only. The instance type, yes, I'm able to see the availability zone. I didn't selected any availability zone. No, this is my availability zone. Yes, by default. The reason I selected is Mumbai availability zone. It take automatically 1A, so you can go for 1B, 1C. Then here, until unless it shows the green status, okay, means it is not yet accessible. Yeah, now it's changed to green, that is running. But before opening it, this should also be uh, green. So status check, there are two types of status check you can check here. Okay, status check here, one is create check, one is create status alarm check, this one system, and the second one is instance status. The two types of status. Once these two status will become green, this will become green, and then you will be able to access. If at this time, if I want to try, if I'll try, I will not be able to do so. Okay, let's see some more information about this. The monitoring, yes, you can monitor from here. Yeah, you see this will come. uh, this is the maximize value, this is like in the middle, and then this is the minimize. So this, suppose you are having 10 machines here, you will be able to see all the 10 machines, but I want to go for this particular machine and want to know more. Just click here and then you will be able to see uh, this panel will come. Even you can drag them, you know, like from your mouse also. And then the tag information, yes, we have done this tag information, we have done tagging already. So instance is running, it will take around 4 minutes. But yes, I'll tell you two things regarding the window. You can connect it with the RDP or through, if you are having a server. Okay, the window machine is having the servers and all your uh, this one, you are having a website there, you can access it from the internet also, from your browser. Or if it is a window machine, then you can connect with any of the SSH. Like here I will use putty, then there is something called as mova extrem, you can use that one. And then there are so many ways. So we will go with the window machine first, and then we'll go for the Linux machine. Here, from here you can just click to refresh it. So, because you know what happened many times, it is up and running but we are not able to see. So this is what you can do. And then this is, yeah, this is one very important thing, public IP. So by default, you know, there will be a public IP, and this is a private, this is your public IP. And you can also see a private IP of your machine. So machine will have two IP, public and the private. Whenever you want to copy something, just you can see here a small icon will come, just click on this and it will be copied. So you don't have to select and then you have to copy. No, just go for that button, copy to clipboard, and you will get. Okay, so this is my IP, public IP. From this only I will be able to connect. So I'm just copying it, and then let's see the status. Yeah, status 2 by 2, it's check, it's done. My machine is now up and running. Now I want to connect. So for connection, I will go for the action and then I'll say connect. When I'll say connect, it will give me the option. Okay, I want to download the remote desktop file. I'll say yes, I want to download this file. You can save it also or just directly open it with the RDP. Okay, so I'll say okay, I want to open it now. Okay, just give the permission. If you don't want to give again and again permission, you can check this box, connect. Now the IP address which I copied, or this IP address which we will be able to see, will automatically copied here. Means this RDP which I opened is having the IP address. Now we need a password. Remember one thing, what is the username? The username is administrator by default. Okay, now the password, I want to find the password. So to get the password, you just have to say get password, this button, and wherever you have saved, from there just copy it. So I saved this one as a window key. Okay, I saved it here. open it and then decrypt the password. So this is the password. Administrator is a username. This is the password. Just copy it, and then here in my RDP I will paste. Okay. Okay. If you don't want to paste again and again, just say remember or it's fine. And now I'll say yes, and I will be able to connect with my window machine. So this is the machine. All the information about this machine you will be able to see here in the top right corner, regarding your machine, its private IP address, how much memory it is having, and all other details you will be able to see. So this is it will take around half minutes or so. Okay, so you can minimize it also, and you can check all other details. Um Public DNS. This is my public IP address, IPv6. I didn't allocated that one. Security group, the security group what we gave. Okay, so this is all about my window machine. uh, let's see how it looks, and then we'll go for the Linux machine also. Now there will be some challenges regarding internet. If in this machine I want to run, uh, okay, I want to access internet, this just say yes. Now if suppose if I'll go with the, yeah, it will take time, and then your desktop image will come. And here is the machine. You can see what is the host name, instance ID. This is public ID. The private ID is also given there. What is the size? It is T2 micro. Availability zone, it is in the Asia Pacific South 1A. Architecture, this is AMD 64. Total memory is 1 GB. Network performance is low to moderate, and all other things you will be able to get from this machine. Now in this machine, if I want to run the internet, I can go with the Internet Explorer, but by default there are some restrictions, so it will be very difficult to run the internet here. I'll do one thing. I'll press my window button here. I'm not able to see the button here actually. Let me minimize it. Okay. Okay, here, right. If I'll go here, and in this browser, if I want to try to uh, run anything, any of my website, suppose I want uh, www.google.com. See what restriction, every time you have to add the exception and all, so it is very difficult to run a single website also. Okay, if I'll write something, okay, like AWS, and then again I have to add so many exception, and also instead of that, the one thing which you can do is like go to the server management. Okay, just say server manager. Okay, and here in the servers manager, the very first thing which you will do to access the internet in this machine is to off this in IE settings. So I'll go for the local server. Here in this local server, you will be able to see IE enhanced security configuration, which is on. You have to off it. Let's off it. Okay, I don't want off. Fine. Okay, just wait until unless it become off. Even you can refresh it also. Just confirm once it is off, and then close this one. Now we don't need. And here now you can run internet very smoothly. There will be no issue at all. Like if I say google.com. Okay, yeah, the one thing which you also you have to do is close it first time. Okay, and then go for it once again. So now this time if I'll go, where is my Internet Explorer? This one, yeah. Now you can access any of your internet speed. Where here is also very very good actually. So the download or anything you want to install will be very easy. But remember, we are having only 1 GB in this machine. So this is how you will connect with your RDP. Okay. There is another tool which is called as MOBA Xterm. So in my system, I am having. Just remember, we have to give the password IP address. So public IP address, I will copy it. MOBA Xterm, please open. Now here you have to create a session, and in the session you have to give your uh, like new session and the IP address you have to give. So in from the MOBA term, you can connect with your Linux Unix machine or your Windows machine. Okay, so this is my Windows machine. I'll say RDP. I want to do RDP. Uh, IP host IP user name will be administrator. Okay, anything else? No, it's fine. Just say okay. But if we have to give the password, which we don't remember, so I'll go once again. From here, I'll say connect to get the password only. Okay, I'm doing this to get the password. So if I'll say connect, it will say okay, where is the password? Mm, I'll go for my machine. I don't want this. Okay, I'll close it. Actually, it's coming again. Okay, decrypt password and copy the password. So I copied the password. I don't want to actually connect here. Hmm, Close it. I already now I copied it. Now in MobiX term, I'll say this is the administrator. I want to connect. It will prompt for the password once again. Okay, so I will paste the password here. You can see this is the password. Click OK, and this is the same machine. So it is running somewhere, and in the reason you can access it. So I opened this Internet Explorer and I was running. Now in here also I will be able to see. So this is the MOBA term. In the next video, I'll show how to create a Linux based EC2 machine and then connect with the MOBA term and with the putty also. Thank you very much.